Hello, it's me again. I keep looking out there because I keep hearing really weird noises. It literally feels like we're in the church again, you know. I mean, we'll hear all those weird, strange, windy noises. But I'm here by myself this time, so I have no one to be scared with. For the midst of a night streams piece, obviously we've got a few songs that we're going to be doing that we're mashing together. Absolutely fine. I'm struggling a little bit with trying to think of how we're going to get onto the stage, so I would really appreciate if we could maybe have a listen to the It's a Man's World. It's from Birds of Prey. It's a new film out. And just maybe visualise some ideas and let me know, because at the moment the only idea I have is that it will kind of be just after the scene where Hermia has just been told that she's got to marry Lysander. Nope, Demetrius instead of Lysander, who she actually loves. So I kind of see it as a freeze frame of some sort, where it ends with Aegeus kind of being like this, telling her off, and then she's just kind of, you know, stood there like, oh, man, this is so unfair. And then it goes into the It's a Man's World. That bit, can't sing, can I? So just kind of see her breaking out of that freeze frame and just doing something where she might just be walking around, and then she's like, I'm just turning around like, this is so unfair. But then it gets to, but it won't mean nothing. That bit. And then I get stuck because I can't decide whether we should come on while Hermia's doing that kind of break out of the freeze frame, or we should wait until this part of the song. So I'm just going to play it, just because I would really appreciate us to work a little bit on this one together. So this is where Hermia comes in, out of the freeze frame. So could she just kind of break out of it and just do something like, this is so unfair. Something. So I can't decide if we kind of come on and we just kind of walk with her. I'm not sure. Or do we come on at this point of the song and I see it kind of being a bit silky and melty and kind of creeping on, so it would be a bit like a, yeah, so it could be like really flowing with the music, and then someone else could come on. That's how I see that little bit, maybe. But I would really appreciate having a little think and just getting back to me what your ideas might be, because that's where I'm stumped. I'm stumped on how to get us on the stage first of all, because it has to start off the stage, but I want it to be really powerful. So yeah, that's my first thought. So next bit is, we've been looking at maybe looking at the idea of puppets and masters, and so with the song Show and Tell, have I got the clean version? Yes, I have. This one. So yeah, we know that bit. So I'm going to take out the at the beginning, because what I think would be quite nice is that we have maybe 8, or well, at least, I'd say at least six puppets, but 8 would be nice because there's 8 beats. It's like bong, bong, and it kind of, it could be like we wake them up, or it could be that they change from being floppy into like their first kind of position. So it could be anything. It could literally just be a stand, or it could be that they stand up and they do like their first position. So I see that as like a bong, 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 and that could potentially be where we feed the pucks in, because they could actually be higher up and they could wake 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. It'd be like bong, 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 bong. So yeah, I'm thinking something like that, and then it goes into the verse, and the verse is you pull me by my hair so I don't go nowhere. Tell me you love me, but you trust me like but you treat me like I'm never there. That's the first part of the verse. The second part is you say the cruelest words. You used to break my heart. Because I'm over here working my butt off. I've changed that word because we all know it's a naughty word. So that's the verse. I've split that into 2 bits because what I'm going to ask for this week's task is that I would like you to imagine you are either the puppet or the master, and I want you to come up with a whole phrase to either the first part of the verse, which is you pull me by my hair so I don't go nowhere, tell me you love me but you treat me like I'm never there, or the second part, you say the cruelest words, you used to break my heart because I'm over here working my butt off. And then I've chosen the third bit because I thought just in case we really don't like the verse, that maybe we've got ideas that we can really visualize something for the bridge. So you can also do it to the next part, which is, why is it so hard to see? If I cut myself, I would bleed. I'm just like you, you're like me, imperfect and human, aren't we? So you've got 3 different parts of the song, and I would like you to either imagine that you're the puppet or you're the master. So you could be the one that's kind of controlling somebody, or it could be that you're the one being controlled. And so it could be, for example, you pull me by my hair. If I was the puppet, I could really see, if I've stood up like this, I could really see someone, like pulling me by my hair. And so my movement could maybe be like, you pull me by my hair. And as a master, I could literally pretend, because we're not actually going to pull each other's hair, you could pull and then put your hand on their head. So it'd look, this was my master's arm, it could kind of be like you pull me by my hair. So there's someone here, like, that's pulling and grabbing or something. Or, for example, on another bit, you say the cruelest words. It could be that person's hands, so they could be stood behind, and it could be, if you're slightly lower, it could be that they do, you say the cruelest, and then they come out words so that your head comes out a little bit. You say the cruelest words. Yeah? So there's different ideas you can play around with. If you do that super quick, because I know some of you are really amazing at just coming up with ideas, I would really like you to then flip it over. So if you've already done the puppet, you can either choose to do the same part as the master or choose a new part, or if you've decided to be the master, then I'd like you to think how the puppet might move, again with the same part you've chosen, or if you'd prefer to, with a different part. So you end up with quite a few ideas. I would then absolutely love for you guys to video it and send it to me, because then I can have a look at the ideas we've got to then start creating that piece and that part of our dance. So yeah, you've got 2 things to get on with. Have a think about how we could get onto the stage, and maybe, if you can, start choreographing something from the very beginning of that. And then your second task this week is to either choose to be the puppet or the master and create the phrase to some of the verse or the bridge. So yeah, that's what I'd love to see. Bye!